Hey guys, welcome to Love, Lies, and Lacefronts, where we do reactions, commentary, and reviews on the YouTube channels you love to watch. Guys, welcome to Addressing the Comments, where we address comments on my most recent videos. So since I haven't done Addressing the Comments in a while, I'm going to just kind of freestyle it and go to maybe some videos from the last couple of weeks. And I'm going to start off with this week's, to me, probably the most controversial video that I put up. It was the interview with Phoenix. It's called Olivia, 30 and Thirsty, Phoenix Planned to Bounce. So one of the first comments that are up, and I pinned it, of course, because it was an interesting question. I thought it was worth mentioning, because I do feel like there is a certain degree of a little bit of hate that goes on. I mean, I guess you can see it however which way you want. So here we go. The first question is from Lulu Williams, and she says, "Why so many thumbs down? This is the best reaction ever. You've even brought a special co-star." And I responded, as you can see, it's not the content, it's me. Too much drip. They hate to love me. It's okay. It's engagement, but thank you. Good will always prevail. Victoria Harris said 57 of her carols. Fran ain't never scared. And David Hale said lives subs. Hi guys, I'm sorry I missed you. So yeah, I hadn't even had a chance to heart those comments yet. So, is it Nene Wade? Hey Nene is a member. LOL is the meet and match she's waiting for. She met the match of her lifetime. Tiffy Baby says big facts. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, what I feel like people are missing in all of this is that this was number one. It was clearly going to be a hookup. I mean, I don't know what his intention was. He clearly stated that his intention was on music. He reached out to Olivia. Olivia flipped the script, and she wanted to get to know him more personally and started flirting with him. He was not interested, and he was going to run some game on her to see if he could get some money out of her. I don't know why that seems so hard to believe, but hey, if that's never happened to you, then maybe that's just never happened to you. Hey, Amber. Amber led the next comment, and Amber states, "I am so mad that I missed this, but shout out to Fran for holding it down for the interview. Lord knows some patience was needed. I don't understand how a grown woman with 3 kids could be soulmates with a child. This is a mess." I think Olivia, just off the top, is not as mature as you guys would think. I mean, just look at her lives. I mean, she's very immature. A lot of her content revolves around her getting text messages or setting up dates or getting dressed with makeup. She's extremely immature. Olivia was in a marriage that she said she wanted, and it was done within 2 or 3 months, and she's just not mature. So I don't know why anyone is surprised about this, but I said she's thirsty and she moves like she's desperate, and that's just that on that. Karen Smith says Gerard needs to stop playing Mr. Nice Guy. Use this content to gain 50-50 custody. Really Tori says no lies detected. And Yara Jax at Karen Smith says Gerard needs to get those kids ASAP. Go watch her newest video. Poor Robin talks about how the kids in her class are smarter than her. I did see her go to some store and she bought some workbooks recently. I think you guys, I don't know if you guys noticed that or saw that in one of the last videos. She bought a kindergarten math book and said that she was going to take it back to the beginning. I don't know what that was about, but interesting, right? Actually, we didn't finish that last comment. Sorry about that. She said that Robin talks about how the kids in her class are smarter than her, and she can't even spell the word of. While Olivia fake helping her with her homework, Robin busts out with a question. Cardi B rap. I said, how is it that she can remember a rap song but can't spell of? Good question. Okay, JJHH. Olivia ought to be ashamed of herself. Too desperate. She always be ready to give up the tuna cam as if it's the best thing going, but just nasty. Gerard did right. He got rid of her. Bro, just take care of your kids. I just don't know what to say about Jazz. Both desperate for a D. Okay? Hey, Steph DIY Queen, another member. If he says the word like one more time, I'm going to scream. Steph DIY Queen, he's 21. He's 21. Victoria Harris, Liv is the most desperate person I know with confidence. Unapologetically, too. From Paige. How are you, Paige? Melanin Poppin'. This is embarrassing. Like, Olivia, where is your self-respect as a woman? This is very bad, especially when raising daughters of your own. Phew. Yara Jax, 100 times, I guess 100, times 10. But this just seems so fishy to me. He gets in touch with Olivia to make music. Like, why her, and how did he come across anything she has regarding music? You guys didn't listen to the video. I mean, this is the one thing that irritates me when I take time to put together a video or this interview. Yara, he says that there was a client of his that is a subscriber of Olivia, okay? And she was listening to Olivia. He didn't give us the full details of how she said it, but he said that there was a client of his who watches Olivia and said, this girl needs your help. She needs beats. Okay? I don't have the timestamp for you on it, but if you go back, the video that's an hour long, girl, start at the beginning. That's what he said. Okay? So no, he didn't just go find Olivia, but girl, look, why is it that he reached out to Olivia to sell her some beats and she immediately is like, you're cute and send me a picture, and she's already scheming on this guy? I mean, let's just flip it around to that. I would think. Tiffy baby, Olivia finna lose her shit. Fran, you're about to have so much content. Hugh, shit, I can't wait. Great interview, Fran. You did that, baby. So I said thank you. Suzanne Martin, she's losing it in a live last night. She threatened to take Fran's husband. Guys, I'm so not worried about that. That is the silliest thing that she could ever say. Not only is Olivia in Florida, but it's just dumb. And why would you, like, she's just dumb. Like, yeah, she's silly. She said, all I have to do is walk by him and he gets a whiff of this. I don't know if any man who would go for someone who smelled like a can of guns left out in the summer sun. Maybe she missed a can of tuna. I'm not sure. Hey, Susan Martin, how are you? Jasmine, cool. Her mentality, I'm gonna take your husband. Who says that? Yeah, it's sad. She's pathetic. Yara Jax, girl, doing the most here in these comments, girl, holding it down. Exactly. Hurt people hurt people. I believe she would attempt to mess with anyone's husband because of her current situation. I think she's just ready to mess with anyone's husband because she's ready to mess with anyone's husband. That's just my take on it. Really, Tori? Says, Olivia has no shame. It is pathetic. This goes beyond desperate. And I'm going to just say, absolutely. And there we go. Yanni Bonnie B, when he called her a could have been. Very sad, right? Sad as in pathetic sad. T loving and living life. Liv, you are looking really crazy out here. Crazy LOL and some planes and phones. Guys, it's weird. Trish, hashtag Trish. Such intelligent, fine, smart, no nonsense young lad. He is before his time. Brilliant. I think that Trish is being sarcastic. Jennifer Reyes says, thanks, Fran, for this content. LOL, you bringing us the tea. Olivia has no shame. She is thirsty. OMG. You're welcome, Jennifer. Jasmine Cool. Whoa. Rather people agree with his actions or not. I don't think he's lying about anything. Olivia on is getting a dose of her own medicine. How she takes advantage of her platform to vilify others, but wants sympathy for herself, justifying her behavior. I applaud Gerard for getting out of a toxic situation. Just don't forget about your children. As far as Brandon, these two are a match made in heaven. From the tea she spilled on him, he's no different from her. Brandon having a girlfriend or staying with a woman and her sleeping in that woman's house is such classlessness. What woman sleeps in another woman's house? And what type of man does that to a woman? Olivia was scared she wasn't gonna have anybody and showed her true colors. Didn't care how dirty she was playing. She's trying to cause trouble with Gerard and he's trying to ignore her. The only man fighting for her is the one she cashes out on. She tells it all, the whole you dig for others, you did for yourself, Olivia. I didn't feel sorry for her. So basically, yeah, it's sounds like karma is what Jasmine's talking about. Anna said, you said the whole mouthful right there. She breaks the confidence of everyone who confides in her. So she is reaping the harvest that she sowed. I don't feel sorry for her either. And Yara Jax is all in agreement. Life of Yelly. I think this boy was all in for Liv. Fonda Michelle, how are you? Fran, let me answer for true. I would be on a plane to lay hands. So what Fonda's talking about is that in the premiere, the live chat, I asked True, like, what if this was your 21-year-old son? Like, would you be pissed? Would you be trying to redirect? Like, how would you handle this? And yeah, we all know what we would do. I mean, this guy is in trouble. I mean, there is no way that a guy like his age with no children should be dealing with an Olivia, because he's going to end up a father. Mark my words. If this would have gone through, she would have got a baby out of the deal. She certainly would have. There's no doubt in my mind that she would have used him for a kid. Chanel D, shouts out to Chanel D, and we are thinking about you and have you in our thoughts and prayers. Hey Fran, replay 100, thanks again for the prayers. Your emojis not showing. That's weird. My emoji's not showing. Interesting. Okay, we'll have to look at that. I hope you're doing okay. You got this, lady. And, guys, we're gonna go. I'm gonna look for another. This was a weird comment. Shawright, girl, explain. Be careful. What does that mean, Shawright? I still don't know. I answered back, elaborate, please. Tiffy baby is like, what's going on over here? Yara Jax is like, I'm dead. I'm like, Yara Jax, LOL, speak your piece, right? Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I had to edit something really quick. So, okay. So, we're going to do 2 more comments. I put up a community post today, and I got a comment that was kind of funny, so I thought I would go ahead and read it. But this community post addresses, it's a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but the sentiments were all there, and I meant every word of it. But it's meant to be funny, and it's meant to be extremely snarky. And if that's not your jam, too bad. It is, what I'm saying? It is what it is. I write how I write. And if it's not your preference, it's fine. It's not a book, and you don't have to study it. But for those who are studying over here and it resonates, soak it in. And for those that just kind of see the humor and it does not apply, yet let it fly, okay? But we're going to read this comment from N. Will. N. Will says, Fran, you are in timeout for this one. Why you do them like that? I had to go in on her post. What the hell was that anyway? She needs to stop trying to put on makeup. Yes, I said trying because that mess she was doing was a joke. My 3-year-old has done my makeup way better than that. Before you try and read someone, please make sure you look appropriate and come better than that. Have a good day, hun. So I'm not sure who she was talking about. I mean, maybe she was possibly talking about the clout chasers. I'm assuming because it's silly. Those people are just not relevant over here. They're a complete non-factor. But was I addressing them in that comment? I was addressing several people. So the reason why it probably seems pretty vague is because I had several people in mind, and it's a catch-all. So like I said, if anything resonates in there, let it, okay? So, but it is posted. Go to my community tab. While we're here at the community tab, let's go ahead and read the poll. I've been pretty active on my community tab and Instagram this weekend. So go ahead, make sure that you are subscribed. Make sure you're following me on Instagram. I will pull that up in just a second so you know where I am on Instagram. If you are not already following me, that's where to get the most up-to-date information. Let's see. So far, okay, we had a poll earlier in the week. And let's see. Wigs. So the poll, why is this not isolating? Hold on, let's see. Is this take it from here? Okay. So, wigs. Worst wig on YouTube streets. We know you got paid, sis. It's okay and just fun. Honorable mentions below. Keep it cute. Last week's poll results video posting tomorrow AM. So basically, worst wig on the YouTube streets. Their choices were Jasmine's braid wig, Jasmine's short bob, she said pixie cut, Chrissy Michael Jackson, Keisha red entire collection, and Olivia any and every wig we've seen her wear. So, the winner, as you can see, with the most votes, we'll do that one last. But the number 5 is Chrissy. It seems like everyone is here for Chrissy's wigs, and that's good because most of her wigs are really nice. She lays them nice, and Chrissy is good with the wigs. Next one we are looking at is Jasmine's braid wig. Jasmine's braid wig is horrendous, so we're not even going to go and elaborate too much on that. The next is Keisha's red collection of wigs. Keisha had been wearing kind of like a scarlet red color hair. Just did not suit her. I think she looks much better with her dark or blonde looking hair. So, yeah, that got thumbs down. Jasmine's short bob wig, that was awful. And we all know, if you remember how disturbing Olivia looked when she wore a wig. So guys, there we are. That's the poll. For the week, 5 days ago, it had 583 votes. We had 61 thumbs up. And Brittany Blabber here in the comments. This was painfully hard to choose. LOL. Kay Cherie says, yes, it was. And Liz is just laughing. Let's see. Rose of Sharon. Chrissy's Valentine's Day wig has to be the worst by far. It was jacked up in the back. It sure was. I think that was because they were fooling around. Let's see. Miss Chin. This was tough. There were so many bad wigs to choose from. That braid wig is horrendous. That's from Shay K311. Guys, it's not just me. This is word on the street, okay? We do have another post that is up right now, guys, and waiting for you to vote on. It's only been up 1 day. We've got 213 votes. Which hypocritical behavior is most annoying? We all fall short unless you are perfect out here. So yeah, look, no one's got to be perfect, but at the end of the day, which hypocritical behavior is most annoying? Look, we all fall short. Just own it. Honorable mention is going to be the old gaslighting. What you saw, what you think you heard. Yeah, you didn't hear that. You didn't see that. That's not what it is. Or like, hey, I thought I was, I don't know. Maybe I thought, where's my wrench? And okay, so just like weird stuff, did you get my email? Knowing good and well you got the email or something. I don't know. Gaslighting, guys. You know what it is. And if you don't, look it up. It's an old Hollywood movie, but it's a term just kind of like messing with someone the long way. Okay. So, fill in what I missed. So let's see. So far, we'll go over the final results, sometime next week. But, in last place right now is now that I'm tired, it's wrong. So kind of the old switcheroo, like I was in it at one point. I was having a good time with it, but now I'm just kind of tired of this behavior. And, you're wrong. And nobody gets to, kind of know that you were in the shits and the giggles too. But now that you have, decided to start poking fingers, everybody else is wrong and you never participated. I got caught being two-faced and I think that's self-explanatory. So, people who do something over here and then they do something else over there and then they talk about people over here and then they smile in people's face over there. That's been really prevalent on the YouTube streets recently. It wasn't me, sis. I love your channel. Guys, we were getting ready to go out the other day and my husband was rushing me, so this did have a couple of typos. So it's I love your channel. That's 20%. And the number 2 hypocritical behavior that we just don't like is do as I say, not as I do. I know I'm saying do this, but yeah, I'm really over here doing that. So that is definitely a doozy, okay? Number 1 at this moment is now that it's me, stop. So they're not tired. They haven't had a moral kind of awakening. It's just now the chickens have come home to roost. Now it's time for some, they chose me And now, like, I'm out of it. I don't feel like dealing with it anymore. So yeah, guys, interesting poll. Thank you to all 213 who have voted so far. And if you have not voted yet, what are you waiting for? It's on the community board. Just go ahead, click on that community tab, and just scroll up. There's a lot on there. And I usually do a throwback of the week. So I would love if you go ahead and check it out. Okay. Let's see. What was the other... I think we're going to go to... Okay, this first message right here says, can someone please link the new channel? So they're talking about LX3 Bougie Gang. And if you click on that comment, it is linked. So also, if you go to the front of my channel, there is a little icon with a face and green wrapped around it because it's in the bushes. It's right there. Okay, this next comment says, Miss Fran, you addressed her little rant very classily, because at the end of the day, she wishes she could have a faithful husband, real man that takes care of his family. Of course, yeah, so I get that, and I certainly appreciate the thirst and the hate, and we're gonna move on. Fancy Face, preach. I'm 56. I never had hard anything. I have been blessed, great family, and my granny raised me because I lost my mom at 6 years old. I would never be like these disgraceful females, period. I have morals, priorities, and I can take care of business. That's absolutely 100%. That's the key to it all, is that at the end of the day, we all want to enjoy life, but you know, it's really important that we're out here and that we can take care of ourselves, and that we know how to you know, carry ourselves out here in this world. I mean, these ladies expect that whatever they do, we're supposed to just co-sign and say that it's okay, it's all right, and that if you aren't just co-signing whatever, you are bashing, you are hating, you're not supporting, you are some type of horrible black woman because you're not supporting other black women. But I don't think that it's right that I should have to support another black woman basically driving her whole entire life off of a cliff, and that nobody is responsible to say, hey, you don't have to do it like this, or hey, you could do it a different way, or you know, did you know that there's actually men out here that will do you right? You know, in the comments, all there seems to be on a regular basis is people telling them that everything that they're doing is great, that there's no problems here, and everything is fine, and that everyone else is nuts, and basically just gaslighting these ladies into thinking that that there's not a better way, or that things couldn't be better for them, and that reactors are too critical and are just mean, and that's not necessarily the truth. Everyone, yeah, there are some people who are harsh, and there are some people who take on a certain tone, and there are some people that really don't have any kind of empathy towards the mommies, but you know, every reactor is not doing that. Every reactor is not you know, kind of an all or nothing, and it's just not one broad brush. But for some reason, there has been a kind of a movement to say reactors this, reactors that. You know, as far as I'm concerned, when I hit the button to start a channel, I didn't know any of these people, and it is good to have a community of people who are kind of all doing the same thing around you. But contrary to what people believe, people are not all calling each other every single evening, and I don't know what kind of content one to the next is putting up. I have no idea. There's no like reactor meeting or reactor planning board or anything like that going on. So I do this alone, I manage alone, and this is a individual effort. Okay, Okay, so everyone, thanks for joining me for addressing the comments. We definitely have to do this a little bit more often. This is certainly something that usually is a fave. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me this evening. Let me know if you have a question you want to bubble up, a question that you think needs to be pinned. You let me know down in the comments or in my DMs on Instagram. Follow Love Lies Lacefronts on Gmail or at Gmail for email, and on Instagram at Love Lies Lacefronts. You can find me there. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of the weekend, and I will see you on these streets. Bye.
There's something in the air.